guys, so welcome. Let me start off this video with saying thank you so much for getting me to 100 subscribers. We are officially at 100 subscribers. I'm so happy about that. Never once did I think I would grow any sort of audience. I know it's only 100 people, but I love every single one of you guys, and it means a lot to me because I've always wanted to be a YouTuber. I've always wanted to do things like this and just never found the right niche for me, where I fit in, what I could do, and I feel like I finally found that here. I love what I'm doing, and I love you guys, so thank you so much for supporting me and getting me to 100 subscribers. And like I said in the last video, I do have something special planned, but I'll talk about that at the end of this video because we are doing the long-awaited, long-requested NewJeans update reading. I know you guys love when I do NewJeans readings, and there's been a lot of stuff that has been happening since my last reading on NewJeans, specifically that in the eyes of the court, it is not looking too great for the girls because they keep getting their claims dismissed, and honestly, I'm not shocked. I kind of saw this coming. I did say that things look better than usual for NewJeans last time I read them, but I really think that was just their optimism. I think they had like a smoking gun that they thought would help, and it really didn't. It got kind of thrown out for whatever reason. But in that reading, I said that Danielle was a little hesitant still. And people laughed at me. They said, haha, no, she's like the one that's been ride or die for HeeJin the most. Who's been doing events with a door? Who's been doing events with a door recently? Yeah, okay. I told you guys that there's going to be regrets there. Or at least there was a worry of a regret for Danielle. And it looks like it's happening. But y'all didn't want to believe me. Y'all wanted to laugh at me. And maybe if you just listened to me, hey, by the way, I hate to bring this up again, but my aespa reading, if you haven't seen that, that's my most accurate reading to date. And I saw a video today talking about, like, a comeback that didn't happen for aespa, about how Giselle was supposed to have a solo comeback, and what did I say in that video? That Giselle was going to get crumbs, and has been getting crumbs, and she's pissed because of it. Yeah, I was so accurate that reading, so maybe y'all should start listening to me, and start actually, you know, whatever. It's all fake, right? Tarot's fake. Nothing's real. It's all, like, alleged. But, yeah, I was right, though. But, guys, I even got the title of aespa's song. Like, I literally said they're going to be putting in a lot of work. And what is their song called? Dirty Work. Stop. Don't even talk to me. But this isn't about aespa, this isn't about Anita, this is about NewJeans. And we're gonna look, at the members. This is gonna be kind of just a typical NewJeans reading. We're gonna look at all of the members, and then we're going to look at the court case. And I also want to pull for HeeJin because she has been extremely under the radar, which, however you want to feel about NewJeans is however you want to feel about NewJeans, and that's fine. But I think we can all agree that HeeJin is a slimy cow, and the fact that she is letting these 17, 18, 20-year-old girls fight her battle for her is deplorable, and I will stand on that. I will stand on that and die on that hill. Absolutely disgusting behavior from her. And any Toki, any bunny who supports HeeJin in any facet, you're not a real fan of NewJeans. You're not a real fan of NewJeans. You just don't like Hybe. I fully think that. Because, you know, obviously, like, you're going to support your girls, and that's fine. I still love NewJeans, mind you. NewJeans is one of my ultimate groups, And I'm very sad that they're not going to be really making any music anymore, at least as we know it. But the ones that support HeeJin, y'all just need to cut the shit and just say what you really are. Like, you just don't like HYBE, you don't like HYBE groups, and that's fine. If you don't like HYBE groups, that's okay. But just say that instead of pretending to be a Toki when you're not. You don't care about those girls if you like HeeJin. Sorry. Not sorry. Anyways, we're starting off this video on a strong note. Anyways, let's get into it. Let's look at all of the members. Okay, so Minji. Oh, I'm a little... Let me fix the zoom. There we go. Minji. Hani. Danielle. HeeJin. And Han. Okay, hold on. I gotta fix this. This is gonna make me mad. Hold on. Womp, womp, womp. Okay, can y'all see that well? Yeah, it looks fine. It looks fine. You guys can see it. It's fine. Okay, so we are starting with Minji. Minji showed up as the Three of Pentacles. That's all about teamwork, working well with other people. I think that Minji is kind of networking in a way, getting in contact with other people in the industry. I don't know if this is a sort of, what's the word for it? Like, you know, things are going like down the shitter and you're trying to like, oh my gosh, what's the word? The word is blanking my mind. There's a word for it. It's not backtracking, but that's the only word that is coming into my head. It's almost like she's going around and like reforming like friendships with people and like making good with people in the industry, because it's looking like they're not going to win this. At least from everything that I've seen, it's looking like they're not going to be able to really get out of the lawsuit. So I think she's just trying to make amends, it looks like. Hani is the Queen of Wands reversed. Hani's quite frankly a little pissed. But what's interesting is Hani is way too young to be a queen. Like, in tarot, let me rephrase that. Hani's too young to show up as a queen, and she's too, like, she's not high enough on the totem pole to be seen as a queen in like, the suit. She would be like a page, or maybe even a knight. So, I don't even know if this is her. I guess it could be HeeJin. I don't know. But this reads to me like her and somebody else are like, there's tension. There's tension there. She's angry at somebody, and I think that person's angry at her as well. I guess that could be HeeJin. I don't know. She doesn't usually show up as a Queen of Wands. She usually shows up as a Queen of Swords. But, I mean, I guess it could always change, depending on how confident HeeJin's feeling. But again, it doesn't have to be HeeJin. And it wouldn't be any of the other girls. This is an older person. Maybe it's the CEO. No, she's a Queen of Cups. The CEO of Adore is a Queen of Cups. I don't know who this is, but her and somebody else are beefing. They're beefing. We'll get into it. Don't worry. You guys know. You guys know how this goes down. We'll get into it. Danielle's the sun. What was I just saying? What was I just saying? Yeah, okay. Danielle's the sun. The sun's, that's all about positivity. She's feeling good. Which is weird for somebody who's losing a court battle. Almost like she didn't really want to win it in the first place. Yeah, okay. But she was always the closest to HeeJin. Right. Definitely wasn't like being blackmailed or anything. Yeah. Totally wasn't brainwashed. Yeah, okay. Anyways, um she's feeling good. She's feeling good about it. And there's almost a nostalgic feeling to the sun. So I almost see her kind of looking back at like her girls and the past very fondly. If that tells you anything. Uh Moving on to HeeJin. The God HeeJin is a more positive card than the last reading I did. She's the Queen of Cups. It's all about sensitivity, being emotional. Again, same with Hani. This isn't necessarily HeeJin herself. This has to be somebody else around her. But her and another person is kind of comforting her. I see somebody kind of comforting HeeJin and HeeJin being very like in this sentimental place. Um, Very like sensitive, a little emotional, but like a good emotional. Nurturing. Somebody's nurturing her. I wonder if that's the CEO of Adore. It's like, well, we'll get into it, but it's almost like somebody was seeing how hard things were for HeeJin and is kind of not necessarily taking her under her wing, but just being there for her and being like a supportive figure in HeeJin's life at the moment, which is great, and I love to see that. A healthy, like older feminine energy, because I think HeeJin needs that, because I think the last older female that was in her life took advantage of her. And you know, she's probably got some issues with that. So I'm happy to see that there's a older female energy around her that is comforting and soft and loving to her. HeeJin, however, is the Six of Pentacles. HeeJin's feeling very generous, and she's putting in a lot. Now, I've heard some whispers and some rumors about HeeJin's family, and allegedly, and I don't want to like misspeak, but allegedly, her family is pretty wealthy, and Min HeeJin and HeeJin's family were pretty close. And I wouldn't be surprised if HeeJin almost feels like she's put in a lot of money into this court case that maybe somebody else has not. Because there's almost a sense of overgiving. You're giving so much to the point that you don't really get things in return. And she's doing it. And for HeeJin, it's not like she is angry about this. If she was angry about this, it would be reversed. It's not like she's angry about this. This is something that she has been doing willingly, but is on her mind. Meaning she's currently thinking about, like, I've been giving in a lot, haven't I? I've been very generous. So it's not necessarily negative. It's just something she's thinking about. Does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Also, I'm sorry, but it is like kind of stormy outside, so if you hear thunder, I can't do anything about that. The gods have other plans today, I guess. Let's look at the girls a little more deeply. We'll look and pull like 3 cards for them, maybe more. Let's start with Minji. Yeah. Yeah, see, I see her going around to, like, different people. I wonder if that's... Oh, well, never mind. Y'all know who a King of Pentacles would be. It's a CEO of some sort. Or just someone high up. And then a Knight tells me that there's somebody slightly under this person that she is also making nice with. So it's like she's making nice with a CEO and she's making nice with somebody directly under a CEO. And I don't know if maybe she's trying to make nice with the CEO by getting close to this person, because this Knight is closer to Minji than the King is, like, in terms of hierarchy. And the Seven of Cups is here. It tells me that she's going through different avenues and going through different options of who she can connect to and who she can talk to. Yeah, she's networking. I'm a little shocked to see Minji networking, because she had a lot of faith in HeeJin, and she was kind of like writing for HeeJin. But no, I see her kind of ready to like take a stand, almost. Ace of Swords is reversed. And the Page of Swords is reversed. Is she trying to go against somebody? I think she's trying to go, like... I'm sorry, what? I was right. She's backstabbing somebody. She's doing this secretively. This is a backstab. This is a backstab. Oh, putting an end to the cycle. Putting an end to the cycle. The burden. She's stabbing the heart. Ooh. Unless she's already done this, but I don't think so. I don't think this has happened yet. I think she's planning it. That's why she's networking. She's planning a backstabbing. Oh my gosh, that's brutal. Who's she backstabbing, though? HeeJin? I hope. I hope. I don't think it's the other girls. It's higher up than that. I know I keep saying that, but you have to understand that in the industry that new jeans are in, there's a hierarchy, right? You have the CEOs and like the tops of the companies, and then you have, managers and things like that, and then you have the idols, right? Under that would be fans. So like, it's important in tarot to kind of separate them into tiers. But it's somebody, I think it's somebody above her. I don't think it's somebody on her same level. I guess it could be, because there is a page. I don't know. But yeah. I knew it. I was going to say it, but I wanted to pull the other 3 cards first. But yeah, I felt the backstabbing coming. She's two-timing. She's two-timing. Oh yeah, putting in the work. Real bad bitches, that's dirty work. I think that song would sound so much better if it said bitches. I'm just gonna say that. Sorry. Bidness. Why are you saying bidness? Just say bitches. That's what you mean. Anyways, I don't know why I'm talking about Espa. Full's reversed. Yeah, I mean, she's doing it on purpose. It's not like she's accidentally like talking to the wrong people. It's not innocent. She knows what she's doing. She's quite literally working against somebody behind the scenes. Oh, okay. Let's move on to Hani. Let me shuffle a bit. That's juicy. Oh, this is why everybody loves New Jeans readings, because they're juicy. They're very juicy. This is Hani. She's ready to go into battle. Here's the thing. Hani's mad. And what she's mad about, I can't really tell. Something about something coming to an end. So I'm wondering if this is something to do with their contracts, maybe. Or maybe it even has to do with like opportunities and traveling. But she's ready to fight. There's someone holding her back from it. There's a person in her ear telling her to be patient, telling her to relax. But she's mad. She's ready to fight. Is it cause something got dropped? Cause they couldn't use something in the court case? Oh. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. No. Are the girls fighting? I think the girls are fighting. I think the girls are fighting. These two. No, we can't. Okay. The two that were so united and on the same page, they're not on the same page anymore. They're not. Literally, Minji is trying to backstab somebody, and Hani feels backstabbed. What do y'all think that means? You tell me. You tell me what you think that means. Yeah. Why though? I guess here's the thing. Hani is standing on business. Let me just say that. Hani is standing on business. Let me just put it bluntly, she's stubborn. Right? She's stubborn. She's stuck in her ways. She doesn't want to change. She will not change her opinion. Minji, who previously was, on the same page as her, also willing to fight, now that the court case is not going in their favor, Minji's kind of pulling away. And she's trying to get in the good graces with other people because things are happening. Because they're losing the court case. You feel me? I don't know if she threw Hani under the bus or if she was just like, yeah, me and Hani kind of like spearheaded the whole thing. If she just brought up Hani's name. Because there's definitely a link of betrayal between them. Unless the only conceivable way that I could see the betrayal not being between both of them, right, would be if they were both betrayed by the same person in different ways. If they were both betrayed by the same person in different ways, but Minji is doing the betraying. Hani is getting betrayed. So that's where I'm like, I don't know, but I guess if you really, in your heart of hearts, don't want to believe that the girls are fighting, you could see it that way. I'll allow you to see it that way. But I don't think that's what's happening. I think that something was said by Minji about Hani, and now the girls are fighting. Period. Okay, let's move on to Danielle. Hmm. Oh. King of Cups, Queen of Swords, eh? I think that Danielle felt very caught in the middle between HeeJin and Hybe. And I think that she feels like all eyes were on her. And she felt like the attention needed to be on these people, not her. That is why Danielle has slowed down, so to speak. This is why Danielle has kind of been around a door recently and kind of stepped back, because she's starting to feel as if all the attention is on her when the attention should be on these two people, the King of Cups and the Queen of Swords. We know that the Queen of Swords reverses HeeJin. King of Cups reverse could be any CEO. If you want to see that as Bong PD, if you want to see that as the Hybe CEO, whatever. You can see that as whoever you want to see that as. It's just, she feels like New Jeans and her specifically were the target of attention when the attention needed to be on them. That's how she feels. And that's why she's kind of taken a step back. Yeah. It's also... It's causing a rift between her and the other girls. Or it caused a rift between her and the other girls, I should say. Because I think some of the other girls are probably on her same wavelength, on her side. Huh. Someone's helping her. There's someone that's helping her out as well. Somebody is putting in like a good word for her. It's like Danielle doesn't really have to do anything to be accepted back in, because somebody has put in a good word for her. Wonder if she went to somebody in private and was like, hey, like, I didn't want to fucking do this, but I kind of want back in. Could you help me get back in? And they were like, yeah, I'll throw you a bone. Somebody threw her a bone. That's why she was able to go to that event. Somebody in the company was like, yeah, we got you. Yeah, we'll get you in there. It was almost a way for her to like get in. She contacted somebody, or maybe this person contacted her. I guess it could be the other way around. But yeah, somebody has helped her in this, in getting back in the Hybe good graces, or I guess I should say adore good graces. I don't know if they'll ever be in the Hybe good graces. Although Minji's trying to make it happen. Hats off to her if she can do that. Hats off to her. Okay, let's look at HeeJin. Only good things. Only good things. Please. Okay. Well, not as good as I would have liked it to be. There's an issue between her and somebody else. This emperor that's reversed. She got scolded. She got scolded like somebody would scold a child. That's why somebody was comforting her. This emperor reversed has scolded her. I hate that. I mean, it could quite literally be her actual father. I don't. This is all speculation. I don't know for certain. I don't think HeeJin has the best relationship with her family. So this could just be her father, but it could be somebody in the company as well that just really like was a dick to her. That's why somebody was comforting her, because somebody was really, like, took it too far, so to speak. I see HeeJin almost trying to, like, fix things. I see her trying to regain her strength back. And the strength card is there, but the strength card is like one of the most literal cards in tarot. She's quite literally trying to rebuild her strength back. The Devil's reversed. That's all about resisting temptations. I think HeeJin just wants to be left alone. In all honesty, I think that she just wants to be left alone to kind of rebuild and restructure herself and her life. Yeah, she's feeling... She wants to rest. She's feeling distant from everyone, all of her loved ones. Part of her feels a little trapped. Yeah, I mean, is she doing well? No, but the good thing here is that there is somebody on her side. There is literally somebody there helping her and comforting her through this. And I think that's great. Whoever it is, I think that's great. Because she needs it. She needs it. Because she's not in the best headspace. She's trying. She's trying to heal. She's trying to rest and, like, kind of stay to herself. And that's always going to be hard to do. Especially if you're alone. Let's look at HeeJin. The one who's given everything. According to herself, at least. She is also feeling rather nostalgic. But the thing here, not Hani, oh my gosh, I said Hani, sorry. HeeJin feels like she's missed out on a lot. And she's kind of reminiscing on the past and how much HeeJin's had and how much HeeJin's had going for them. And she's kind of looking back at it like, we could have kept doing that. You know, we could have kept growing and expanding. Like, the amount of opportunities that HeeJin's would have now is crazy. And she just feels like she's missed all of that. I think that HeeJin feels like she's missed a big chunk of her life and a big chunk of her childhood. And honestly, I agree with her, because she was, 14 when they debuted? And she's like 17 now. So that's a big chunk of teenage years to go down in the drain, essentially. Not to mention all the stuff she did when she was a kid. So, I don't know, in these past 2 years, it's been nothing but drama and HeeJin and trying to get out of a door and hide, when she's like, but look at how many opportunities we had. Look at how much stuff we had ahead of us. How many things we did. Yeah. She wants to completely step away from the spotlight, I think. Like, she wants to be completely out of the narrative and the spotlight. Just quite frankly, I think she's over it. I feel like she thinks that she's been dragged into mess. Yeah, she does not care. She's like, we're not going to win. She never cared in the first place. If you've kept up with my New Jeans readings, you would know that. She's never cared in the first place. I think she's just done. I think she's done. She's over it, and she just wants to live a normal life at this point. To her, she's like, it's almost not worth it. The dream of being an idol is almost not worth it to her at this point. All right, let me pick these up, and I want to look at the future of New Jeans. If there's even a future to think about. But we're going to look anyways. We're going to look and see what the future has in store for New Jeans. I specifically want to see, are we ever going to get more music? Because I selfishly want more New Jeans music. Because their music bangs. And nobody can ever say that New Jeans don't have good music. Their discography is one of the best in all of K-pop, in my opinion. For me, it's like, okay, you have like BTS, obviously, Luna, LE SSERAFIM, New Jeans, Twice, and Red Velvet. Those are the best discographies in all of K-pop. And when I say Luna, I mean all of Luna. Lucemble, Artemis, I mean all of it. Chu, Eves, all of it. Anyways. And New Jeans is with them. New Jeans is with them. So, I kind of want more. I kind of want more music. So, I guess what I'm going to do is, first, I want to look and pull a few cards for HeeJin. I want to pull a couple more cards. Yeah. I'll pull a few cards for HeeJin herself, and then I'll go into the future and like future music, possible music. Okay. All right, let's pull a few cards from HeeJin and look at that first. Okay. This woman's delusional. This woman's delusional. And she feels like she is like the puppet master. It's the best way I can put it. Because she's controlling this person. In her head, she's controlling one person. And then she's controlling another person. They're on opposite sides of each other. This Queen of Cups and this Knight of Wands. But she feels like she's controlling both of them. And she still feels like she's the mom. Oh, there's Hybe. Ah. Where did we see that? Okay. Here's the thing, right? HeeJin has a goon. Okay? She has a person under her thumb. I think we all know who this is. Right? Hopefully we all know who this is. If you've been paying attention, you'll know who this is. anything done to HeeJin affects this person. So say if somebody were to go behind HeeJin's back and betray her by schmoozing up to the enemy, so to speak, her person, her goon, would also feel betrayed by that. I'm going to leave that there. You guys can chew on that. Let's look at the future of NewJeans, the lawsuit, and potential future music. So, how I'm going to do this, just look at the future of NewJeans in general. I think the choice. Hold on. First of all, I think that the decision has already been made. They're just holding off. They're just trying to drag on the court case as long as they can. But a decision has already been made. Weirdly enough. I don't know if I see a future for NewJeans. I'm going to be honest. I think maybe two of them will... Yeah, I'm seeing a lot of twos. I think maybe two of them will... Two of them will re-sign with HeeJin or Adore. Two of them won't. I don't know about the last one. Two of them will. Two of them won't. There's a rogue one. There's a rogue one who may or may not re-sign. Where's the King of Swords again? It's the one who was helping Danielle. There's almost this effort. I've been saying this from the very beginning, that HeeJin doesn't want to lose NewJeans as a group. There's a reason why this is even a court case. Any other company would probably just settle. Right? And just be like, okay, well, you gotta pay us a lot of money, but get gone. Right? There's a reason this is a court case. There's a reason this is a battle. There's a reason why HeeJin is still keeping this going. And NewJeans' side as well. There's reasons for both of it. Right? But any other company would have just let it go by now. There's a reason they're keeping it afloat. There is an effort behind Adore, behind HeeJin, that wants NewJeans back. And there's certain people that feels like HeeJin is not complete without NewJeans in it. So there's almost this effort of people inside of HeeJin that are trying to get the girls back in. I think that's the best thing I can say about that. I think that's the most I'm probably going to get. Yeah, I mean, there's the networking. Yeah, I mean, again, some of them are going to schmooze their way back in. Some of them are going to completely disconnect. I think one of them has to be HeeJin. One of them's gonna stay stuck in the middle. So, okay. I think two of them are going to re-sign with Adore and Hybe and are going to continue making music, right? At least, presumably they're going to continue making music. They're either going to make solo stuff, whatever. I don't know. Two of them are going to re-sign. Two of them aren't. But I don't see them leaving the industry. I see them doing something else. There's one person that is going to continue to be in this kind of mix, in this battle, in this Hybe versus Adore. Not Hybe versus Adore. HeeJin versus Adore. HeeJin versus Hybe. They're going to keep that going. They're always going to be the middle person between these two things. I wonder, is it possible for HeeJin to make a company? If HeeJin herself made her own company, one girl, just one, would join it. I'll leave that there. Let's look. I want to see if we're going to get any music. Are we going to get any music? Probably not. Because it's not looking great for New Jeans. Interestingly enough, 3 of the girls will make music after this. 3 of them will. The other 2 won't. Again, I see 2 of them doing something else. So I don't know if that's acting. I don't know if they're just going to go to modeling. I don't know if they're just going to live a regular life. 2 of them are just going to, no more idol life for me. 3 of them are going to continue the idol life. 2 of them are going to do it under Adore, Hybe. 1 of them's going to do it under a different company, I think. And this company is either going to be HeeJin's company, or it's going to be like backed by HeeJin, or I mean, I guess it doesn't have to. I guess it could just be a different company in general that maybe has ties with HeeJin, but there's something there with that. Definitely. But the thing is there's no plans for it. There's currently music is kind of the last thing on everybody's mind. So it's kind of one of those things where only time will tell. So I'm going to leave that there. And I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. It was a bit chaotic, a bit weird, but I hope you guys liked it anyways. And once again, thank you so much for hitting 100 subscribers. And I think I can finally tell you guys the big project I've been planning. So, I know you guys love BTS readings. And you guys especially love BTS relationship readings. So I thought I would do separate videos of every single BTS member with, like, each other and read their relationships with each other. Because I know that everybody loves the juicy gossip of, do these people hate each other? Which, by the way, they don't. But everybody really wants to know their relationships with each other, right? And I am somebody who is very interested in that as well. And I've always wanted to do videos looking at, I'm just going to say it, ships. Because I think it's fun. And it's definitely not going to be serious. It's not going to have a serious tone to it at all. We're just going to look at their relationships with each other and do like little deep dives. And there's going to be so many videos because we're going to do one for every single pairing in BTS. And if you guys like these videos and you guys want me to do this with other groups, I will so be down, because I am nothing but a nosy bitch. And I just want to know how everybody feels about each other. And I know that when I did my Esper reading, I had a few people ask me, we would be interested in seeing their relationships with each other. So I figured this could be like a big series on my YouTube channel of looking at deeper into the relationships of members of groups, starting with BTS, of course. So if you've always wanted to know the tea behind, I don't know, G-Cook, Taekook, my favorite ship is Taegi, but again, it's not actually going to be about like ships, and obviously nothing like romantic is going to be there. It's just going to see how their relationship together is. But get ready for that. And if you liked this video and you're excited for that, then please subscribe so that you do not miss it. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!